Hey, welcome back to Confidence in Christ with Kayla. Today we are in Matthew chapter 10, verse 30. And even the very hairs on your head are all numbered. Now, pretty familiar verse, pretty sure we've all heard it, that says, hey, God even knows the numbers of hairs in your head, he's paying attention to you, he knows you inside and out. That's kind of what we get when we hear this verse, right? Well, do we know the context around it? Because the context around it makes this verse even more special. So all of chapter 10 is where Jesus is sending out the 12. He is sending out his main men. He's getting them into other areas to proclaim the gospel. And a lot of the chapter is him hey, listen, nobody's going to like this. You're going to be hated. You're going to be persecuted. You're going to be made fun of. People are going to try and kill you. It's not going to be an easy task. But I have prepared you. You know the truth, and I need you to go share the truth. If you don't share it, nobody's going to share it. And this verse is surrounded by verses that say, do not be afraid. And it talks about how, you're worth more than many sparrows and all of those things, which are great things for us to know as well. And God is saying that to us because we are disciples of him and we are sent out to share the gospel. But I feel sometimes this verse gets taken out of context and they're here's a happy feel-good verse. God sees you. Here you go. It's true. But when we look at it with the verses surrounding it, it really becomes more. It means more to us when we're gosh, even in the persecution of following Jesus, he is there. He knows the hairs on my head. He knows what's happening to me. He knows the warfare that's happening all around me, and he cares and he loves me, and I don't need to be afraid because he is there with me. And it just adds more to it, right? I've never really thought of this verse in this context, and it just opens up my eyes, and I'm gosh, he's there, and he cares, even when the hard times come, because Christians aren't promised this perfect life that other people think we are. Oh, you're a Christian, you don't mess up anymore, you don't see anything hard, life is perfect for you. Actually, it's the opposite. God promised that there would be persecution, that we would go through hard times, that there would be trials. But the difference between us and people that don't believe is that we have God with us through all of that. And he is working and moving and doing miracles through every aspect of our lives, even the persecution that comes by spreading the gospel. So may this just give you confidence today, knowing that God sees you where you are, whatever trial you are facing, whatever hard thing, no matter the size. He is there with you, and he sees you, and he's walking through it with you. And if it's persecution, then he's there. That is what this is all about. So I pray that you can feel his presence and just know that he loves you so much.